y'all. Welcome to another episode of Missions by You. I'm Brenna with my co-host Maya, and we're here with Dominique Jones-Johnson, and she is the founder and executive director of Daughters Beyond Incarceration, an organization focused on mentoring and advocating for girls with incarcerated parents. Welcome, Dominique.
Hello, hello.
We're so glad to have you.
It feels good to be here.
It does feel good to be here. We're really happy to have you. Can you start by telling me what the mission is of Daughters Beyond Incarceration?
Daughters Beyond Incarceration is a safe haven for girls that have parents in prison. We work to provide support for girls ages 8 to 18 that have a currently or formerly incarcerated parent, and it could be the mother or the father.
And how long has Daughters Beyond Incarceration been up and running?
Our birthday is May 16th, 2018. Our will be 8 years.
It's coming up. That's so
Happy early
exciting. Yeah, lots of flowers.
Yes.
Give our girls their flowers. Give daughters their flowers.
I cannot wait to tell y'all the meaning behind this. But
oh, please.
So right now there is a hot topic, and it is the relocation of Frederick A. Douglass High School to John F. Kennedy High School. One of our youth policy fellows, Ocean Johnson, is headlining this movement. And I'm saying headlining because when they found out about it, they were at school in our after school program. They came to my office crying. And I'm not talking about like tears. Mm-hmm. They were like the ugly face crying.
Yeah.
Like the ugly face crying. And Ocean said, and I think Anir was like, Dominique, we need to record this. And they hit record and we're rolling. And they pointed out some key points is that you are taking us from the 9th ward and moving us to a school in the 7th ward.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a brand new school directly across the street from us. And those girls piece together the issues that they're having in the Bywater St. Claude community is that you're tearing down Black schools to build apartments.
Yeah.
To gentrify the area and to relocate us. And you're not thinking about how it's going to affect us with siblings. Because if we go to this school and our sibling goes across the street, or our sibling goes to the daycare that's directly across the street, and we all ride the public bus, what happens if my sibling bus is later than mine? Do I get to miss school?
Right.
And those are the points that she's making. And that's what I mean when I say give our girls their flowers. Because our work is to support and enhance the power that girls already have. And now that we're doing it, the adults are in an uproar.
Say more about that.
The uproar.
Both the uproar and teaching the girls how to speak and stand up for themselves.
We got an anonymous phone call that said if Dominique doesn't pipe down, she's going to lose her funding.
Wow.
And I said, let me get this straight. You're mad at me because my work is working.
Yeah. You're mad because I'm doing a good job.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Right.
Let me get back on this computer and do a little more.
yeah, exactly.
And so basically what we do is we take 5 high school seniors, and I'm sorry, they're not seniors, 5 high school students. We teach them the criminal justice process, the legislative process, know your rights, and voting. We pay them $3,000 from January to June. They get a free business suit, a free laptop, and they travel to DC to host a workshop. And this is where their power comes from.
And this is the Policy Girls Initiative
This is
that
the
you
Policy
guys
Girls.
have.
Yep, it's our Youth Policy Fellowship. It runs from January to June.
Every year.
Every year.
Wow. How many girls have passed through the Policy Girls?
Whew. Let's see. We started the policy program in 2023. This year we have added 2 girls from Baton Rouge. So I would say 5, 10, 15. This would be 22.
Wow. Yeah, take it in.
Congrats.
Almost 24. That's amazing.
And this is what I mean when I say give our girls their flowers. Because people are literally livid because this young lady is speaking and they are able to identify the issues that adults are having. And one of the students in our program, her name is Anir Carter. Anir is saying that we paid an outside organization $30,000 to manage this move when that money could have been invested into the building.
I just want to highlight, I think another reason the adults are mad, because youth are saying
Yeah.
the quiet part out loud, that
Yeah.
youth are
Yeah.
making more
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. And there's no ties to a youth being punished for what she's saying. As adults, we have to sometimes watch what we say because this person's connected to that person. These students don't care. These students don't care. And that's also why my funding isn't from Louisiana, because y'all can't threaten my money.
Right.
But at the end of the day, people are shouting, teach the students. But when you educate the students and they start using their voices, we're mad.
Right. What exactly did you want to teach them, if not to advocate for themselves?
For themselves and their community.
Listen,
exactly.
I was told that I'm clout chasing.
I thought you were in it for the money. Just let me...
And listen, it's crazy because if people come to our office, you can see the vision of youth led. It's their space. They come in the office, they take their shoes off, they take their book sacks off, they plop down on the sofa. When you do that, you are at home.
Yeah.
You don't do that in a space that's not designed or meant for you to be there. That's their space. They know where everything is. You don't have to say, where's the cups or where are the plates? You don't have to say, I need a towel, where's the towels? Because this is your space. You know where everything is. And I think if more people paid attention to Daughters Beyond Incarceration as an education advocacy program, as well as a violence prevention program, you'd know that.
Right.
I want to circle back to the school moving and the girls speaking up, and how I just also think of, I went to a school that was out of my school district. Me and my parents made that decision. We were like, all right, Maya, you've got to get up and we've got to get you all the way over here every morning. Taking that power away from those students and their family of deciding if their child's going to go to school outside of their community and outside of their neighborhood.
And let's just think, Maya, if you had a sibling and your sibling was 10 years younger than you and your parents went to work before you, and Maya, you need to make sure your sister gets on the bus. But your bus comes before your sister's bus. So who brings Maya to school?
Right, yeah.
And so that leaves Maya open and available to do anything. And they are not thinking about that. There's not going to be a conversation that happens where if Maya needed the support with her sibling while her parents went on to work, who was going to help Maya get on there's not any conversations about that. And I want to make sure I highlight the support that these girls have received from their principal, Ms. Tawana Pierre Floyd. There has not been a more caring person in this race that these girls have been running with this principal. And I mean, the girls found out through social media. She had not planned for them to find out that way. She immediately called them and apologized. And that was the most genuine thing that I've seen since this whole debacle started.
Right. A lot of the times we thrust responsibility on children and then expect them to not hold that responsibility.
Or not have a reaction.
Or not have a
to
reaction.
us giving that to them.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are a lot of people who feel like, it starts at home, which is true. But what does your home look like?
Sometimes your home looks like Daughters Beyond Incarceration, as you said.
Exactly. And sometimes those girls don't have a person inside that home to fight for them or to reiterate the things that we've taught to them. And so then your fight and your responsibility goes to your teachers and the school administrative staff, because outside of your home, that's the only place where you spend the majority of your time.
That's right.
And so if they don't catch the neglect that you may be receiving or the lack of support that you're receiving from home, who's responsible for it then?
Yeah.
And do you think that in part is one of the reasons you founded Daughters Beyond Incarceration?
Daughters Beyond Incarceration came after my father and I went about 10 years without speaking. Because as an incarcerated father, it was hard for him to tell his Black daughter that he was accused of raping a white woman. That's hard. When you're incarcerated and when you incarcerate a parent, you incarcerate an entire family and sometimes an entire community. Because what my village looks like, my village is based on what we currently have. Myself, my husband, my children, and their caregivers. Because my children have friends. those friends have friends. And so because we want our children to have healthy friendships, we support their friends, and we learn to love the friends' caregivers. But when that one person goes to jail, then that family is broken. And so now everybody in the family has to provide support to the person that has now become incarcerated. Mm-hmm. And people often forget children once their parent becomes incarcerated.
That's right.
So my dad and I started this program to support the girls who have parents that have become incarcerated, and those girls need support. It initially just started out as like a 1 or 2 day meeting for like an after school program. Mm-hmm. And child, now we have this whole movement. Mm-hmm. It's, yeah. I think I walk into the office twice a week and I'm like, we are really here. Like, this is real. And in a few hours, it's going to be filled with so many beautiful girls.
Mm-hmm. Just like cup fulfilling, or fulfilling your cup every time you get to walk into that space and like see that, in a few hours, all these girls get to come into this space, have this safe space, have this place that uplifts them. I couldn't imagine getting bad news and then knowing I can go to mm-hmm. you and be like crying and upset and mm-hmm. share and feel like I'm going to get what I need to make a change.
Yeah. And that's generally how it is. If a girl goes to school and they have a rough day, as soon as they walk through the door, Dom, let me tell you what happened. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. We have an 8-year-old and she came through the door. She said, Dom, can you sit down at your desk? Because I need to have a conversation with you. I said, okay. And she's like, I am not having a good time with my teacher, and I need you and my mom to go over there and talk to her. Oh. I said, you want the both of us? She said, yes.
Yeah, I need both of y'all.
I need both of y'all. And so I called her mom. She said, my daughter's a little dramatic, but maybe we need to send the email. I said, no. If she wants us to talk, let's go talk. But wait, when I asked her, I said, well, what's the issue? She said, I don't understand why my recess is 30 minutes.
Girl. Make it make sense.
She said, I have to sit in class. She said, and I watch the clock go from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And you want to give me a 30-minute recess?
I can see a workers' rights advocate in her future.
But I get it.
I know.
I get it. And so I said, we're going to teach you how to write a letter to the principal, and let's see if that helps. She was like, bet. So today we're writing a letter to the principal.
You really are teaching these girls how to speak, like how the world of advocacy works and how to do it.
Listen, I grew up in the St. Bernard projects, and things were very different back then. And it was always very defensive. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know how to use my words. I know how to use curse words. And so now I try to teach girls how to proactively speak up for themselves in a way that actually shifts results. Because we could yell and scream all day, but if you're not getting results from that, then it's pointless.
Can you tell us more about the other programming you guys have?
Yes, we have an after-school program, which is called our Legacy Leaders Program. The girls in the Legacy Leaders Program, they receive restorative healing, mental health, youth development, as well as education. And they come Monday through Wednesday from 4 to 6:30. We pick them up from their schools. They come to our office, and then they go home. They get a hot meal because we built, in the renovation process, we built out a kitchen. And so we cook in the office, and we would provide them hot meals.
Wow.
And they text us their menu for the week.
I love these girls.
They text us their menu.
They're my hero.
Yeah. Is there a note on the refrigerator that says, Naja does not eat pork or beef, and I'm allergic to corn. Tylin does not eat seafood. Please do not cook seafood. Yes. And they take their time and they write out their menu for the week.
I love that.
Yeah. It's crazy too, because even down to the seasoning, don't use the slap your mama down. We like the Tonys. Get the Tonys. It is so funny.
I wonder, we had talked about this a little bit off camera earlier, but I am really excited to hear more about the renovations. So you've got a kitchen, and we learned that the main color of the space is sage green.
So one of our biggest barriers are food and transportation. We spend so much money feeding our girls and providing transportation to them. Like throughout our budget, our biggest line items for programming is food and transportation. One of the ways we work to alleviate that is we built out a kitchen and we just started cooking the food ourselves.
So, yeah.
We just started cooking the food ourselves. Some of the older girls in the program, once we cook the food, they'll help us reheat it and serve it and plate it to the girls. And a part of that was making sure that when our girls come to our office, that we take care of the needs that they may not have at home. Some of the girls don't have showers. So we have showers. Some of the girls don't have washers and dryers. So we have washers and dryers. We don't want you to not be able to come to DBI because you don't have a hot water for a shower or because you need to go and wash your clothes. So our expansion extends to a separate space for our high school girls so they can discuss things like reproductive justice and they can start discuss sex and sex education, but also so they can have time to shower if they need to.
That's wonderful. And how many girls does that serve on the daily?
On a daily basis, we have about 35 girls in our building.
Wow.
Yes. And I have to sing praises to my supportive staff team, Tanika Franklin and Mariah Grant. We have, so it's 3 full-time staff members, and we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consultants and a board of 7 Black women.
Are you guys still located on O.C. Haley?
On Aretha Castle Haley, the beautiful Aretha Castle Haley. Yes, we are.
And how have you seen the girls you work with's lives impacted by Daughters Beyond Incarceration?
Ocean Johnson. I have to give Ocean her praises. Ocean is currently in the news, in the headline for speaking out about the move with Frederick Douglass to John F. Kennedy. Ocean is a first-year policy student, and she is a student at Frederick Douglass. She's a junior at Frederick Douglass. One of Ocean's biggest concern was what's going to happen to my senior year.
Right.
She's like, I've worked to build Douglass into the school that it is now. She's like, I'm a volleyball player, and I want to keep my position on the team. She's like, I'm team captain. What happens to that when I merge with Kennedy? Will I have to fight for my spot, or like what's going to happen? And she got a chance to attend a meeting, a private family meeting with the principal of Kennedy and the principal of Douglass to ask her questions. Another student I'm super proud of in our program is Breon Smith. Breon is a current senior at Warren Easton. Breon sat on a panel with the Federal Communications Commission to discuss the high fees associated with prison calls.
Wow.
A month later, those phone fees were reduced.
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes. I'm so proud of these girls. I'm super proud of these girls.
When I was in high school, my sister was incarcerated, and the fees rack up.
Yep.
Everything costs.
Especially if
breathing costs.
You know, my dad told me my family pays the state of Louisiana to incarcerate me.
That's right.
And not only that, but my family pays the state of Louisiana for me to maintain my livelihood while I'm incarcerated. That's hard. And it's even sad to know that if my father dies in prison and if I don't have $10,000 minimum for a burial, he's going to be buried on Angola property. Yeah.
Can one enter property to go visit the gravesite?
No.
Wow. That's not ever something that I had thought about.
Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world. My father is currently on his 43rd year of a life sentence. We've tried parole. We've tried filing petitions. Yeah, so much. And it's crazy because there isn't supposed to be drugs inside of the prison, but my father is recently recovering from being addicted to drugs in prison.
Very, very brutal.
Yeah.
Very brutal. I have a question that we can cut out if it is irrelevant, but it is about the unanimous jury. The unanimous jury.
What was it like? Something that passed.
Yeah.
It's up. Did it pass or is it up for?
It's up.
Oh, it's up right? Okay.
It's up. There's 2 or 3 things that are up. When it comes to things like that, at DBI, are the girls up on that kind of information, like what's going on in the current political landscape per legislative session and stuff like that? Does that come up, that kind of education?
Yes. They recently passed a bill that allows incarcerated parents to attend their children's graduation virtually.
Wow.
I mean, and so listen, these girls, everything that you can think of, these girls are already doing it. And so there's so much that we've done that I may be forgetting to discuss. We have created a council that's specifically designed for children and their families impacted by incarceration. People on that council, we get a chance to sit next to state judges, state department heads from the Department of Education, the Department of Corrections, the Department of Health. And they sit next to these people to make decisions about how to better support children and their families across Louisiana are impacted by incarceration. Then we passed a bill that allows incarcerated parents to attend their children's graduations and report card conferences virtually.
Wow.
In addition to that, they were very big on voting against the amendments. There's not a lot of topics that come through our office that we don't discuss. And what a lot of people don't understand is we pay attention to not only just the laws that are passing, but gun violence. We get firsthand knowledge on all of the deaths that are happening in our city, all of the gang rivals awards and things like that, because our girls go to school with these boys and they confide in it. So we know about it firsthand. And the girls are saying, can you tell me what happens when this happens, Dom? Because I want to make sure my partner knows what's going on. But yet and still, we're still not considered a violence prevention organization. Even though our girls are aware that it costs us roughly $156,000 to incarcerate a person, and it costs us $11,000 to educate a person. They are aware of that. They understand redlining. They know that it's not supposed to be 4 times or 3 times the average rent just to live in an apartment. They know that. But we're not often called upon when things like this are coming up for topics for discussion.
What is the...
I was going to say, but I think the way what you're instilling in these girls, they're going to make space at these tables for themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Because you guys aren't getting invited. They're going to say, I'm coming in anyway.
Yeah. And you know what's hard to hear, though, is that when they graduate, they don't want to come back to New Orleans.
Yeah.
And I don't know if our city leaders are paying attention to that. So right now, the percentage of local natives that live here and that work here, it's going to decline with their age group.
Yeah.
Because they're not looking to come back here. So in a few years, I would say maybe 10 to 20 years, the percentage of local natives that currently reside in New Orleans is going to drastically decline.
Yeah.
That's
and so, everything that we love about New Orleans is because of Black people. I don't know what it's going to look like in the next 20 years.
Yeah. That I think a lot of people are talking about that.
Yeah.
But no one's actually putting anything into motion to help stop that. Like, how do we keep high schoolers, once they graduate, A, going to college here, and then B, once they graduate, staying here?
Yeah. Right. And, it is my hope that the work that we're doing with Destiny Kerr, who is a local HBCU rep, she is doing a lot to help encourage a lot of students locally to stay here in Louisiana and go to Louisiana high schools, along with our partners at Education Trust. But at the end of the day, these girls are so tired and exhausted of Louisiana.
Yeah. It's hard to live here. It's
I know. And then, they see how city leaders treat the locals, the local leaders here.
Yeah.
We had a hole in the cement in front of our building. It took us 3 years to get that hole fixed.
And that's just one metaphor for
the
very larger picture. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they understand how locals are treated here and they don't want no parts of it.
Yeah. And you are instilling in them a sense of dignity that they know now is like inherent in themselves and they want better
and they
for
want
themselves.
better for themselves. Yeah.
And New Orleans isn't answering that call.
No. Nope.
Right. Well, to give you some encouragement, I had an incarcerated sister, not a parent. New Orleans was really rough to me. I was a post-Katrina baby in high school. I left and then I came back. So
they find their way home.
They find their way home. We hope.
We hope. We hope. I hope that they find their way home.
Yeah. How can people get involved with Daughters Beyond Incarceration?
Please visit our website and sign up for our newsletters, www.dbinola.org. And we are also on all social media platforms at DBINOLA. Follow us, join us, stop by our office. You can't come in if the girls are there though, but stop by our office. We always need brand new undergarments for our girls, socks, bras, underwears. Always need hair care products, toiletries, and different things like that. So we always accept donations like that.
Or like a gift card or something. Perfect.
Before we let you go, we like to do like a fun off-topic question.
Okay.
Growing up, what was your favorite way to bond with your group of friends?
We were outside racing barefoot.
Racing.
I love you specify barefoot.
Yeah.
Barefoot. I grew up in the projects, in St. Bernard Projects, 3718 Gibson Street. And we didn't have much grass growing up. So we had to run in the dirt or in the street.
Hot.
I love it. I would go back. I would go back and do it today. And growing up, I wasn't as fast, but not until I started like actually training for track. And then I like got a college scholarship to track.
Wow.
But baby, that was one of the best times of my life. Hanging out with my friends, playing in the street, running. It was amazing. I had an amazing childhood. It was so much fun.
I love that running in the street barefoot low-key got you a scholarship to college. Yeah. Look.
Bow, 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 bow. Yes. Yes, I graduated from Alabama State University. I am the state champion in the 400-meter dash in New Orleans, Louisiana, year 2000.
Okay.
Yeah.
26 years ago.
Put that in the show notes.
Put that,
link that in the right.
Yes.
Learn that.
And it's crazy because my son Kingston Jones, he just won the state track meet and the 100-meter dash for 2025.
Oh, it runs in the family.
Run the track stuff. Yeah. All right.
Listen, I got 3 more children. I'm hoping that will step on the track and give us 3 more championships.
I love that.
I hope so. I don't
hope
know about that middle daughter.
In the house with just like all the awards, all the ribbons.
Yes.
I think my middle daughter Carly is like, no, it's not happening. But she's a big time volleyball player, so I'm happy about that.
We'll have a volleyball section then.
Yeah.
Of awards. Yeah.
Exactly.
Brenda, what about you?
I was a really big Dance Revolution girl. All of my sleepovers with my girlies growing up, middle school, things like that, we would do DDR until the parents would come out at 3 a.m. and be like, got us late. I'm still a big dancer now, talking about through lines. Yeah, I love to go dancing.
Nice.
I'm still a big dancer, yeah.
I'm still a big dancer, yeah. What about you, Mai?
I was a theater kid. And so after school, we would just wait for theater practice. So we would, like, school's empty. We're just running amok, hitting up the vending machines, like, being obnoxious, and then just roll that same energy into theater practice. Yeah.
Love that.
I love how everybody goes back to, like, their childhood days when there was, like, happiness. I hope that my children find some time to really explore things in their neighborhood that make them happy at their high schools and stuff. Because, you know, we don't really have a lot of things that I experienced as high school or in elementary now.
Right.
I think what a lot of your girls would think about is DBI.
That's what I hope so, too.
For sure. Yeah. I think that's why we have to protect spaces like the space you're creating. And I think of, like, arts and just extracurricular activities because school is hard. And kids need something.
And kids need an outlet. They do. They do. We're actually, so we're going to discuss today what the space for the high school girls will look like when programming is over. So a lot of the girls have talked about hosting some teen kickback nights. Oh, I'm so nervous. So I'm going to listen to their ideas today and figure out a way how we can kind of make it work. Mm-hmm. So we'll see.
I love to hear just listening. I just like, because kids need to be heard. Mm-hmm. Youth need to be heard. Mm-hmm. Teenagers need to be heard.
Maya, listen, I had a girl came in the office yesterday and she had a really bad argument with her mama. And after she finished telling us about the argument, she started dancing. I was like, oh, okay. Like she started.
Sometimes I just gotta let it out.
Yeah.
She just bust out a little twerk. I was like, okay. She was like, I feel so good now. I was like, girl, bye. But that's what they do. Yeah, they have a space where they can have a bounce session. They can have a rap cipher. They
a little vent session, a little twerk session.
Twerk. Listen,
it's going down sessions, on OC Haley.
Listen, the twerk sessions, I have to control them. But yes, no, look, girl, I love to twerk.
I love that.
Oh, Dominique, thank you so much for coming on.
This was so much fun. Thank you.
We loved having you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to Missions by You, powered by Comfy Stone. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow the podcast wherever you listen. And if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and drop a comment, letting us know your thoughts and who you'd like to hear from next. We'll see y'all next time.